Hi guys, let's talk about dishwashing options. Everyone has to wash dishes. Even if you have a housekeeper, you still have to wash dishes at least once a day, and in my case, several times a day. And Norwex has provided so many great options for dishwashing that you can choose based on your personal preferences and what works really well for you. So my personal favorite is the netted dishcloth. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. It is nylon and it's just a net. And I did not think that this was gonna work, but I went to an online party and the consultant demonstrated it, and I thought I've got to give this a shot because I'm so tired of stinky sponges. We were sponge users and they were always smelly and gross, and I would microwave them to try to kill the bacteria that I know that they harbor. And then I was trying to go more eco-friendly, and those sponges were just falling apart in pieces and they still smelled. And I tried silicone sponges because I thought that they were better, but they barely worked and my husband couldn't stand them. And so we just had no good options for us. Insert netted dishcloth. So this wads up really, really small in your hand. So you wanna make sure, it looks really large, but I wouldn't recommend cutting it because you really want enough to hold. And most people will find that they would be grabbing for more if you had less cloth there. But it wads up very small and you just wet it. And then this is our Norwex dishwashing liquid. And it doesn't take much, just a little squirt. And you can see it suds really, really well. See? And I mean, my husband exclaims at least once a week how much he loves this dishcloth. And that's saying something major because he doesn't notice things around the house. And so you can use it to scrub on baked on cheese, oatmeal from your pans, just so much stuff. I barely ever have to pre-soak my dishes, honestly. And because this is a cloth, it just molds to any shape that you need it. So I stick it down there into little crevices of lids. And I left some dishes for you guys to demonstrate. You can stick it down into cups. So it goes all the way down. You can move it around. So it just fits into anywhere that you need it to. And it's also just so great at scrubbing. And then when you're done, you just rinse it clean like this. Rinse all the soap out and then any food particles that it happened to pick up. And they were just rinsed right out. It's really easy. And then you can just fold it up and hang it to dry. And if you've been cleaning a lot of super greasy things without kind of rinsing them first, eventually you will feel a little bit of that, you know, on the surface of the cloth. And so I would say maybe about once a month, I throw it on the top rack of my dishwasher and it just runs with the dish cycle and it runs and it just cleans right up and it's good as new. These come in a pack of 2. They are safe for any surface in your kitchen. They don't scratch anything. So very gentle, but very effective, and I love them. The next option that they have is the Enviro Scrub. This is actually my mom's personal favorite. She just wanted something smaller and just liked to be able to hold it in her hand and mold it to whatever surface she had that way. But it's a little more sturdy, I suppose. And so this side is the scrubby side, and it's kind of like our bathroom scrub mitt. And then this side is the Enviro cloth side. And it has this little tag that you can hang it up to dry in between uses. And it contains the back lock, so it won't stink. So it inhibits the growth of the bacteria, mold, and fungus whenever you clean with it. So it's really wonderful. And I actually use it all over my home. I use this to scrub my baseboards sometimes. You scrub them and wipe them clean. You can use them on cooktops, on counters. They're just really a very versatile option. You just wanna make sure if you're cleaning up anything greasy that you use the scrubby side first to get it all off. And then you would wipe clean with the Enviro cloth side because greasy things can clog the fibers because Enviro cloths are woven so densely. Or if you do use it, just put a little dishwashing liquid just to rub it really clean and get all of it off in between uses. And then you can launder them just like you launder the rest of your microfiber. And then we have a Speary Sponge. So a lot of people really love these. They're extra scrubby. They're much more scrubby than the Enviro Scrub is. And They're in the sponge format. They have a sponge inside. And so these are great for a variety of scrubbing purposes if you need a little bit of extra power. I use them actually with cleaning paste to clean the soap scum off of my shower doors. They are also very good at scrubbing dishes. They will not damage nonstick, so you can use this on your nonstick pans and glass ceramic, glass stove tops, inside your oven. Just very, very useful, and they last for a really, really long time, more than your average sort of grocery store scrubby sponge, and they come in a pack of 2. They also have an Enviro Sponge, and that's basically a combination of these two. So it's in the sponge shape and size, but it has this on one side, the scrubby, and then the Enviro cloth on the other side. So same care as you would have for this, but it is just a little more the size of your hand and does contain the spongy interior. So it holds a little bit of more moisture when you're doing your dishes. And then you would just need to prop it up to dry in between uses because it does contain that backlog, and you want it to go into effect drying within 24 hours. And then also you would just launder it with the rest of your microfiber whenever it starts to get dirty. And then this is the Spironet. So this is a stainless steel scrubber, just like you've seen in grocery stores. But what's wonderful is that it's 100% stainless steel. It doesn't contain any other metals. It's not just plated with the stainless steel, so it never rusts. And it's just coiled, so there's no sharp edges at all. So it's very comfortable to hold in your hand. And it is the most scrubby out of all of these options. So it's really great. You would not want to use this on non-stick because it will scratch. So you can use it on stainless steel dishes, on glass ceramic, really great for scrubbing the inside of ovens and on really caked on stuff on your glass stovetop. Also really wonderful to use with cleaning paste to clean tile grout. There's tons of uses for it all around your house, and they last for a really, really long time. And they come in a pack of 2 also. And then last but not least, we have the bottle brush. And this is not your average bottle brush. So most of them have kind of flimsy bristles, your standard brush bristles, and they're inserted into the core. They have little holes, and they tend to retain things deep down in there. Things grow, they become smelly after a time, and you have to throw them out and replace them. This will last forever. It's thermoplastic rubber. This is all one piece, so there are no holes there, and it never smells. It stays clean. It is wonderful. And you just wet it, and put a little drop of soap in there. I just wet it again just to get it a little sudsy. And it goes into bottles and scrubs. It will go into cups like that. And because there's bristles on this side as well, it scrubs the bottom of these really well. I used to get a lot of soap scum before I got this. Soap scum buildup, residue at the bottoms of cups, at the bottoms of baby bottles, and this just scrubs them all clean really, really well. Also, you can use in flower vases and pitchers. And it also comes with an Enviro cloth sleeve. And so you can just put this on top, close it up, and this works just like your Enviro cloth would, just scrub out different surfaces. So it is just a super versatile brush. I highly recommend it. It's really, really great, especially if you have lots of cups and bottles and everything to clean. But even if you don't, there's tons of uses for this. So I think that is it. And I think everybody can definitely find an option that they really love and that really works for them.